It's me again, back with Philippines house build number 2. So we're going to start off with going through some of the blueprints and diagrams and how I set up the house to be built. So I actually did all this on my computer and I drew it out, so you'll see that in a second here. And then after I did that, I printed it all off and I gave them pictures. So I was a little concerned how that would go. But I will attach all the blueprints that they made for me, and I was extremely impressed. So to give you an idea of what that cost me, for the architect paying for all the drawings and everything else, and he got it permitted, that cost me roughly $40 USD. So, and if you look at the quality of it, I was very happy with it. Great purchase for that amount of money. I mean, over here I usually spend 4,000 to 12,000 typically when we're doing a layout for a building. So very happy with that price, and that included permitting, and it all got approved. So it's not like he slacked on anything. I mean, he did a really nice job. So first, what we have here is the exterior view of the house, kind of from the front left angle, so to speak. So you've obviously seen it looking like this before. That's the office. To the left would be the spare bedroom. Above that, that's the master bedroom. I hope this makes sense. When you see the blueprints and the flooring layout, then it'll make more sense. I just want you to understand how I wanted this designed and built. So there we have the living room. And no, we're not installing grass. We obviously have tile. I just didn't bother to take the time to change it because I more or less just needed it built to the specs that I wanted. So we were happy with it. So that's for the most part how the living room is. I mean, everything is to size for the most part. We can obviously adjust the couches when we buy them, but you get my point, to where that's where the stairs are located, that's where the door is located, and so on. So we had an idea of how much room we had and everything else. So that would be the kitchen area. Going with a breakfast bar right over there in the middle. That's actually going to have a stove in it. It was more complicated to add one into this, so it didn't matter. I just needed to make sure they wired it in the correct location, so we had power coming up through the floor. So here's the basic layout when you're looking at the overall house. So this is kind of a broad view, a little hard to tell from here. I took out all the numbers, otherwise it would be, too much to read. I mean, it's easier when you print it off, of course, or you're zooming up, but this is a video, so for purposes, this is how I wanted the yard and the house laid out. So that would be the living room area with a double rear door going into the patio and then the pool, and then a double front door over here to the right, which goes off to the front yard, and we have a pathway now, which I'll get into in another video. Here you have the kitchen and dining room area, obviously. There's the bathroom down there. We did put a shower into it. The downstairs bathroom is obviously smaller, of course, like most people, so we still put in a shower, and it's not too bad. It's actually a foot wider than that, but regardless. Okay, so this is where we left off in the last video. So you can see how the house is structurally built, and it's set up, and the walls are mostly complete. However, it looks rough. So when I kept looking at this, it was, I mean, it was a house, but you have money invested, and it's not very pretty to look at. But it comes right along. So that's a before and after I took. When I left, it was rough, and then when I came back, it looked like this. So I was shocked, and I was very happy when I got home, so to speak, and this is how my house was looking. So we lined it up so that this would be done on time, and I was hoping it would be, so we could have the windows done while we were there, because I wanted to see that. All right, so here's the back side of the house. Double door over there to the left. Now the backyard looks different. There's a patio over there and whatnot, but we'll get into that later. You can see how rough it is. Now they're smoothing it all out, and it's coming along. They do that rather quickly outside of the detail, like windows and doors and stuff like that. That definitely takes more time, of course, but for the most part, this part isn't a huge procedure. There it is, mostly done from the back side of the house, probably standing in where the pool is from this point of view. Pool's not there yet. And there it is with it's all smoothed out. Doors were getting made and windows were getting installed while I was there. So some of them were in, some of them were not for this picture. Now, when you look at the front of the house, it's starting to come together, but it's still a little scary because you look down to the right at the windows and the left, and then of course the double door we have on the bedroom. It's a little rough. You can already see the huge improvement. So they fit everything perfectly. I mean, I was concerned about the glass because it was all custom order. We went with a copper tint glass, which I'll show you in another picture. So it actually stops about 90% of the UV ray. So really keeps the temperature cool inside. It was about 70 or 80% price increase going with that, but we're a lot cooler the whole time. So I mean, it makes a huge improvement, and you have a lot of privacy. So you can't really look through the glass. Here's the side two windows, two sets of windows, I should say. Here it is with the windows in. So huge improvement. There it is from the inside of the house. And like I said, we went with a copper tinted glass, so it makes it very difficult to see into the house. You have to actually walk right up and try to look into it. Otherwise it looks like a mirror, and it's tinted. So it helps with the sun, and it gives a lot of privacy, and frankly, it just looks so much better from the outside. I'm glad we spent the money to upgrade and go with this. So you can see it right there. That's not even painted, and the house is already starting to look great. That would be the office and a spare bedroom over there to the left. That would be the spare bedroom, and you can see how reflective the glass is because it is difficult to see inside, and it's during the middle of the day, and it's not even too sunny in this picture. That is looking outside from the spare bedroom, so you can see life outside in the Philippines, nice and green and happy. There it is with the glass installed. Makes a big difference for tinting in the sun. Gonna really helps with the heat. I love that fact, and like I said, it gives a lot more privacy, so it's well worth the upgrade in my opinion. There it is, trying to look through the back window of the spare bedroom downstairs. That would be looking through my office. So okay, so now we have the living room looking upstairs. So living room, the way I wanted it, because it was in a similar house that I looked at and I loved a couple years back. The stairs went up and over the kitchen into the bedroom. So when you walked out of the bedroom, you had a really nice view, and it opened up the living room. So if you look at the difference for the price difference, you already paid for the roof, you're already paying for the walls and the floor. The price difference going up a couple extra feet is huge. So, I mean, sorry, the price is small. However, the improvement in the visual effect is huge because it looks massive inside that living room. The living room is only 25 by 25, which is still good size space, don't get me wrong. But when the ceilings are going up, I think it's 14 feet on the low end, and then it goes all the way up to this on the high end. I don't remember the measurements, but it's obviously tall. So there you have me and the wife, not the puppy, of course, I'm not married to the dog, standing in front of the office, and the spare bedroom would be to the right. And here we are standing underneath that archway that you just looked at going up the stairs. So this is actually funny. When I look at this, when I walked in, I was smiling and happy and very impressed because the ceilings are really nice and high. So to her, she looks like a little midget walking around the house. I don't look like a giant next to her, which normally I do because I'm so much bigger than she is. But in this picture, I look small because I'm half the height of the ceiling. So everywhere in there is 12 feet. You can see even underneath the archway, it's not much more underneath that. So there's a lot of room. And like I said, what are you adding? A couple blocks, 11 peso a block? Not a big deal. Really opens up the space. So here's when we started making the doors. I was really happy with how he did it. I was very concerned because wood's expensive over there, that this was going to be small and fragile and not thick enough. And I kind of explained to him I'll spend a little bit more, but I want good quality solid doors. So I was very happy because you can see how thick these panels are that he's putting together. Ignore the rooster. And, you know, very well done. So I was really happy with that. That is not cheap and small or flimsy door panel by any means, and that's just, you know, some of the pieces. Here they are getting test fit. So he's making sure all of those are accurate, and of course the measurements are right, but you still want to test fit them because he's building those in another location. So he came over and finalized it, and my battery died because I'm new at this. Okay, so he came over, test fit all the doors, make sure they were good, and then finished completing them on site. So he knew everything was accurate, open, close, good, solid, and you can see the quality of these doors. I mean, this isn't even the final sanding or staining or anything, and it's thick. It's a nice door. It's good quality. So here they are laying down. I don't remember which door this was. I think it was the bathroom, one of the smaller ones. So there's the double door for the front of the house, going into the entrance, and then you can see the double door going out the back. So here are some of the interior doors that were built. I was really happy with these for the price. Okay, so now you can see the windows on the side of the house, and of course this is before it got painted, so it's come 100% better than this already, but it's still starting to look like a nice house. I mean, I was very happy with it. So now you're looking at the balcony off of the bedroom. So good size balcony. Originally we were going to do it like going 3 or 4 feet outside of the house and like 2 feet maybe into the bedroom, and then had a nice sitting area. After we thought about it, we ended up going with a second floor patio off of the house. So we ended up just keeping this smaller. So it's, it's still a nice little area, but we don't need a huge area where we're going to have dinner or anything, or sit down and have breakfast, because we have a huge porch now. So it's a little different. I'll definitely have that in another video. And again, you can see how reflective the glass is. So that's my bedroom, and you cannot see inside. So there I am standing in front of it when it was getting done. I was really happy with the glass work. Like I said, there was definitely a price difference in it, but to stop a lot of the heat and have privacy, I'm surprised it's not done more often. So now the inside of the house is starting to get painted. So you're obviously looking at the living room area. That would be the front door, and then of course you have the windows to the left. There's the kitchen area. By the way, I am changing all the lighting. I think they misunderstood me when I was talking about recessed lighting and whatnot, but they put those in, so it's fine for now. I'm not concerned. We can go and move into the house, and I can change the lights afterwards. That's not a big deal. So that's the primer getting put on in the living room. Same thing, I'd be a living room looking into the, I'm sorry, this is actually standing in the kitchen looking into the living room. And when you look at the glass, you can see how when the two layers are slid over on top of each other, how it looks solid orange at this point almost. And it's definitely cannot see through it. So well worth the money, in my opinion. So this would be standing in the in the kitchen dining room area. Kitchen be to the left, office to the left, and then of course the spare bedroom on the right. The spare bedroom is actually larger than the office. I kept the office 4+ feet smaller because I don't need a big office, and I'd rather have the spare bedroom having more square footage, of course. So this is the back of the house getting all primered, and it's really starting to look good, especially after they put on all the gutters. Wasn't gonna do a video on installing gutters. It's not very exciting, but anyways. And there would be the stairs going up, and like I said, we ended up changing these stairs. So I didn't like it when I walked down the stairs, then I took a right, and then I'm basically walking into the back door, because the back door is a double door that opens up, and then you're walking right into it. So I didn't like that. So we actually ended up having a square put in there, and then another small set of stairs is what you can see here. So this is just the beginning of the stairs. Railings end up getting painted, of course. All the stairs get painted, and then we ended up going with wood inserts that actually go over that. So it looks a lot better now, but that gives you an idea of how we set it up. So I want to go with glass inserts that go in between all that. Let me know what you think. My wife wants to do metal cables. So we'll see, but we'll figure that out when we get there. Fact is, we didn't want to order or buy the glass and then move into the house and move all our stuff upstairs after the glass is in. We'd rather move in and then put the glass in. So now you can see the house where it's starting to get painted on the inside after the primer coat. Bathroom is there to the right. For the Philippines, it's still a good sized bathroom. In the US, it's definitely what you would call small, but like I said, that's a downstairs extra bathroom. It still has a shower and everything, so it's really not bad. I'm fine with it. All right, so now you're looking towards the bedroom, and you can see when it starts to get painted here. Same thing, that would be the back door. The pool was actually a patio there now, and then getting into the pool. That's the spare bedroom. I'm sorry, yes, that is the spare bedroom getting painted. Looks very similar to the office anyways. And that's how the house is starting to look now. Again, the railings are slightly different. We have wood on the stairs and stuff like that. But still, it's come a long way from the first video and what you saw. So this is, 2+ years into the house. And I'm very happy with this. I mean, no mortgage. Running the house off of solar. So just comfortable and live in a great atmosphere. And I'm looking forward to it. So there you can see the bedroom again now that it's starting to get painted, and then you're looking in right through the kitchen. Then I'll be looking out the front door, and the kitchen there is to the right. And my wife tested these colors. I want to say she went through 6 different trials of swiping and saying no, no, and then we're back at the hardware store, and no, no, and then we're back at the hardware store. So we had a lot of extra paint, but that's okay. We're going to be in the house forever, so not a big deal. That's actually the bedroom upstairs. This is the bedroom again. You're looking out the double door. Like I said, there's a good sized patio out there, which I'll get into in another video, because the patio, gym, pool, fish ponds, walkway, all that kind of stuff would probably take me as long as the house. So I'm not going to sit here for an hour. There's the spare bedroom getting painted, and you can see how well tinted the glass is, because again it's reflective. Now that the outside lights are off, we go on to look at it and you're just seeing your reflection. So then you're looking at the stairs in the background to go upstairs to the bedroom. There it is during the day. Spare room, that's looking into the other room from the spare room. That's the opening. We ended up adding that afterwards, so that's just a nice opening that goes from the dining room area to the living room. Didn't make sense to me to keep a big flat wall there, and that's all you're looking at, so this will be a lot better. That's the office getting wrapped up for the most part. Alright, so here's the exterior of the house when they started painting it, and my wife wanted to do some designs around the windows, so they carved those out very well and then primered them right away. Started putting on the paint, of course, so you can see the railing is going in upstairs on the patio. This is the back side of the house when it's not done. Still needed another coat, but it was really coming along. I mean, you look at this compared to the pile of cement blocks that I had to begin with, and I'm really happy with this. So you can see the house is coming along nicely. So there it is from the front yard. A lot of cleaning to do. Like I said, we moved that spare house back. We're going to get rid of it, of course, when we get there, but right now actually one of the workers is staying in it for free. I don't, that's fine. We're not using it. So you can see the patio and the gym there to the right, but like I said, I'll get into that during another video. And my wife wanted some brickwork done around some of the bedroom windows. So now we have a pathway going down this that comes from the driveway, goes to the gym, and then loops around and then goes into there, and then off to the left to walk into the front door. And again, you can see how well the glass is tinted and reflective. I mean, it looks really nice in my opinion. I like the railings, how those came out. Like I said, really stops a lot with the sun, helps with heat. The privacy is great, so I'm very happy with how this is starting to look. So here we have the windows, and I had to take this picture only because the original cutouts was just hideous. And then of course right here you also have the upstairs double door that got put in off of the bedroom. So that's my view out of the bedroom. I could not be happier with that, because when I wake up, well, my bed will be more to the right. I have a 5 foot by 6 foot window right there, and then I have a double glass sliding door, which you really can't see in from outside. Not that I'm concerned with that on the second floor, and that's my view. So compared to what I'm looking at in Chicago, I love it. I'm very happy. I can't wait to be there. So here's how the house is starting to look now, because the paint work is all done. Windows are done. Most of the doors are in. We hadn't finished the bathroom doors yet because we hadn't done the bathrooms. So I'll actually do the bathrooms in another video, because that's definitely going to take video number 3, or possibly even video number 4 if I need to, because we had the whole downstairs tiled, hardwood flooring put upstairs, bathroom, all the tile is done. Sinks are in both of them. Toilets are in, showers are in. Those are nice glass, just like we went with the outside of the house. Heated upstairs bathroom. So not heated bathroom, but heated water, of course, which is not very common over there unless you're at a hotel. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I couldn't be happier. That's where we're at in the video right now. So we're much longer along with the build, but for the video, I hope you guys really enjoyed this, and this is where we're at. And like I said, I'm moving there soon to the Philippines, and I couldn't be happier about it. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, like I said last time, leave them in the comments. I've gotten back to everyone. I'll keep getting back to everyone. I've been doing this for years. I'm not saying I'm an expert, because I've learned a lot and I've made mistakes, and so, you know, we both have. So we're learning. Of course, we're building a house in a foreign country, or even building one in the US, you learn. So I've learned a lot, and I have a lot of tips and tricks and things that I've learned the hard way from. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I will definitely get back to you. And thank you for watching this video, House Build in the Philippines, number 2.